so we've just come back from yet another dog walk. It's endless in this house, and I wasn't going to do a big dinner tonight, but we've all come back and we're really starving. So I'm going to do a quick throw together chicken korma. Now, chicken korma isn't particularly diet friendly, irrespective of what plan you're following, because it would have cream in it, and it would have oil, and it would probably have ghee in it. So it's an ode to chicken korma. I'm trying to give you all the flavours that you would get from that sort of curry with a little bit of improv. So I'm afraid I do have a Cocker Spaniel at my feet currently, so that's interesting. So I've got a pan just warming lightly here, and I've got my first 3 ingredients. Now, cumin and coriander, pretty standard in any curry that you have. Fenugreek, whenever I smell it, it smells like the 1970s curries that I grew up with. I don't know why, it reminds me of that. And I think that's probably why I started adding it to this recipe, because it just is reminiscent. So you want about a teaspoon of each seed, like so. And we're just going to lightly toast them. There we go. Because we're going to add these into my pestle and mortar, and we're going to make our own curry paste. Now, a curry paste would, without pretty much any exception that I can think of, have oil in it, and obviously we're not going to add oil. But I've made a few little tweaks to it, and I've managed to get, over a period of time, something as close to a korma as I can do without the bulk of the calories. Now, because I'm in a rush, and my rice I know is only going to take 10 minutes to cook, I'm doing cumin rice, it's all set to go, we've done that before. I'm going to use my pressure cooker to really move this bad boy along. This is a pressure cooker I was given. I was about to buy one, and I remembered that a very lovely friend of mine, when they refurbished their kitchen, Leslie, gave me a pressure cooker. So I've had it out, I've checked it's working correctly, and I've followed the instructions, and we're going to give it a go, because it will be my first time of cooking a curry with a pressure cooker. I remember my nan doing them like this when I was younger, but we'll see. So I'm just moving the seeds around in my frying pan. I do not want to burn them, I just want to start them toasting and get some, so you can see it's not warm enough to even burn my hands. But you can just start to smell, like the fenugreek in particular, but you can just start to smell as these seeds are toasting and they release a bit of their own natural oil. So it takes about 2 minutes on a very low heat. So I'm doing a chicken and chickpea korma. Again, somebody did it for me a while ago, put chickpeas in a chicken curry, and I became completely addicted to it, so we do it every time now. So those are now done, and I'm just going to pop them into my pestle and mortar, like so, and give them a good grind up. Now, if you don't have a little mini chopper, you can do the whole thing in the pestle and mortar. It just gives your arms a bit more of a workout. I'm just doing this bit of it because even with a really good little chopper, it won't get these down to a fine enough grind, so I always do it in the pestle and mortar first. So this paste, where you would normally have desiccated coconut, usually is in it, ground almonds would go in it to give you that, you know, korma-ish flavours. It's coconut and almond. I'm going to use baking extracts. I know, people, it doesn't sound like it'll work, but it really does. The only thing I've always found in the past is that it would be a bit bitter, and then I have found a Stevia sugar that is almond flavoured, that you only need a teeny tiny amount of, and it's quite sweet, so it gives you more of an almondy hit, so you need less of the extract, which can become bitter, and it sweetens the dish like you would. Korma is quite sweet. The only difference to my korma, I guess, is that like, I've chucked a whole chilli in. I want it a little bit spicier. So when I say korma, you know, with doing the paste, you can adjust the spice to whatever you want. So that's my toasted spice mix going in. And then essentially you're just going to add all the other ingredients. So it's a teaspoon of garam masala. I've got 2 pieces of my ginger that I put in the freezer, and some garlic. So I've got roughly 2 thumb-sized pieces of ginger and about 3 cloves of garlic, a teaspoon of garam masala, I'm eyeballing it obviously. And then I always use the little caps. So because I'm going to add some of the almond stevia, I'm only going to put 1 cap of the extract in. And also because I'm going to use low fat coconut milk as my cream substitute, I'm only going to put 1 capful of my coconut extract. Now the stevia sugar, you can always adjust this once it's cooked, but I'm just going to put 2 drops of it in. It's really sweet, and obviously we're not cooking a dessert here, people, we are making a curry. So I'm going to put some tomato puree in. I'm also, because of the colour that I want the curry to ultimately be, that's why I've used a red chilli. You can use green if you want to. I'm going to add a little bit of turmeric just for that depth of flavour, but also that lovely colour for this sort of curry. So just a little bit of turmeric in it goes. And then obviously, because you would use oil to give you some liquid to make the paste work for you, I'm going to substitute that with chicken stock. If you were doing this as a vegetarian dish, obviously you would need to change that to a vegetarian stock. And then coriander, all of it, stems, leaves, the whole lot. I've got some more in the garden to put on as a garnish. No, I'm not going to obviously do it in the garden, I'm going to pick it from my garden. But I've been raiding my coriander plant in the garden quite heavily recently, so I bought some from Waitrose. Other supermarkets are available. So that's all my ingredients for my paste, and I'm just going to blitz that up, which is extremely noisy, so I won't keep you for that bit. And then we're just going to literally add all of the ingredients into the pressure cooker. Without cooking it, we'll just turn it on. We'll put chickpeas, chicken, onion, all prepped, with a can of reduced coconut milk, and probably, I would say, 200 ml of stock. And then the pressure cooker will go on and it will cook for 15 minutes, probably no more than that. The rice will go on, and within 20 minutes this whole thing will be done. So trusty pressure cooker, don't fail me now. I'm going to blitz this up and then come back and I'll show you how it all goes together. So everything's blitzed up now and ready to go. Obviously if you were adding oil normally to the pressure cooker, I'm just using a bit of fry light, and I am literally going to put everything in. So I wanted to show you the paste, so I've blitzed it to that sort of consistency, and obviously it's got no oil but it's got stock in it, so you want to move quite quickly with this or else it will burn. So let's get all that lovely flavour out of there. In with my onions. Now if you wanted to add tomatoes to this curry you could. Obviously that's not a korma per se, but I'm all about invention, I guess. So just give that a mix round and in it goes. And then my chicken breast, all of it in one lovely dollop. In with my chickpeas. So you've got to love a recipe where you're literally just popping it all in. Give that a little stir just to combine all the flavours together and get that chicken. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, sear the chicken. I don't particularly want to. I want it to be soft and just cooked but not chewy. And like I say, I think we have a real tendency to get a bit overzealous with our chicken and overcook it. So that's what I'm trying to avoid. So I just want it nicely combined like that. This is half fat coconut milk. In it goes, in its beautiful entirety. Give that a little mix in, and you can see it starts to really look like the beautiful colours of a korma. And then I just want to make sure that I've got enough liquid in there to have a lot of sauce. So I'm just going to pop in, not loads. That was probably about 100 ml of stock. And there we go. That is literally it. 20 minutes as an absolute maximum. Once the pressure cooker has done its business, we will be ready to eat a gorgeous, gorgeous chicken korma. come back and see it after. So we are done, people. I'm just going to, so I turned the pressure cooker off after 18 minutes, which I felt was long enough, and it's been slowly venting its steam, but I just need to make sure that all of the pressure is gone. So I've just moved it to manual. Yeah, so there we go. So all of the pressure has been released because it's been off for a little while, I hope, or else this is going to be a very interesting moment. And there we go. So you just need a wooden spoon now to give this a lovely mix. So the chicken will be really, really tender. Now at this point, oh my gosh, the smell is so good. It's quite a runny sauce because I've cooked it in the pressure cooker. So at this point, if you wanted to go for a thicker sauce, which I do, you turn your cooker back on and it will come straight back up to the boil, and it will just reduce down for 2 minutes. My rice is cooked, fluffy, delicious and perfect. This will literally reduce down for 2 minutes and then we're going to eat. We'll show you it plated up in just a minute.